it's like when you look at a task and you just think, oh, it's going to take so much time, it's going to take so much from me, what if it doesn't even come out right? You end up like procrastinating for a later time because you're like, yo, I don't want to go through that, you know? Like once I feel that, it's like, you don't really have to, you know?
Fine.
No, that's
What
not
are
what
you
I'm
doing
saying.
in a
I'm
relationship?
Now we wanna
saying
understand.
regardless of whether you're dating to marry or just dating, you don't just show a person that you can be their wife. No. Don't you like get to know them and they get to know you for you, not like what you can do for them. Like once you, yeah, I think so. Cause like even my brothers like always tell me that I always brag about you that you do content, Ndoni, and you post like fire stuff.
Being goal orientated, whereby you want to achieve dreams.
Is for you to bring them back to perspective on their value and their worth.
I thought you were repeating. We are waiting. Let her cool.
Okay.
Welcome to the #1 student podcast in SA. And today we're talking about hustle, academics, and algorithm. So I want to have a question for you, our audience today. Is it really possible to juggle university life while you're also chasing cloud content and consistency? So if you believe so, I just want to say today we have that exactly in store for you. As our guest of today, she's a digital content. I'm talking about an online personality and also a university student. I'm speaking about the one, the only. Before I introduce her, live on your screen, and I'm also with the one and only screen lady on my far left. How are you?
I am great.
You're good. And behind the scenes, where lies the most famous but faceless, we have our one and only African Chris Brown.
Yo, what's up, my dude?
You good?
I'm good, man.
So as I was saying, guys, our guest of today, hey guys, she's the queen of algorithms. I'm speaking about the one and only Ndoni. She said she doesn't like people calling Ndoni Amanzi. You can call her Ndoni Amanzi, and we call her Ndoni. That's fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you feel comfortable? Relax.
Yeah.
What's wrong, you?
I'm good.
Nah.
Guys, I wasn't forced to be.
Yeah, she doesn't need
blink
help.
twice. Blink twice if you're forced. It's crazy. But man, just first and foremost, I wanna touch on. I was looking at your content, man. It's really, you make such good content, to be honest. And for me, the fact that I knew you last year and you had, I can say good, decent numbers, but the fact that you escalated to where you are now in such a short span, it's really inspirational, especially for me also that I have 200 followers on my TikTok. I know one day we're gonna make it, man. So, man, before that, I just wanna, I wanna give you the opportunity to say, ubani Ndoni kahle kahle.
Okay, first off, it's Ndoni.
Ndoni.
Ndoni Yamanzi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's good. Like sometimes
Ndoni.
I get it. It's hard to pronounce it for other people,
Ndoni.
but it's ND Ndoni.
Ndoni.
Yeah. How is it being me?
Like, introduce yourself.
Well, I am from KZN. Can I ngumzulu nje ngikhuluma nje umntamo inhlangothi ukigaba umnondiwela wena sashow wacimbisa amacimbi.
Zisho.
I am here in Cape Town to study and well, newly to be here on the podcast. I feel very honored. I feel very special right now. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna cry. But yeah, I am a creator on TikTok. I started last year with this very a very chaotic video about groceries because it was my first time doing groceries, and I was like, what?
You
Why is everything so expensive? So
And then you had an idea. You're like, I want to show everyone that groceries are expensive. Let me
I was
shoot.
like, yeah, I need to express this frustration wherever this gets, like, I mean, yeah, the economy hasn't changed since then, but
But at least, guys, on the
we cry together.
at least on the upside, guys, there's no VAT increase anymore in the country. We are still on. Are we on 15%? I don't keep up,
But
Chief.
that
I don't
doesn't
even
change
check
anything.
don't check the sleep, Chief, when I
Yeah,
buy.
we're on 15%.
15, ne?
Yeah.
Chris is saying 50.
Now that was the increase.
So I just wanna know something, man. How do you balance schoolwork, school demand, and also content creation?
So there is, I don't have a perfect answer to that. Sometimes the other one lags and the other one is leading, but most of the time when you don't see me on the screens, it's because hey, I have to catch up with my schoolwork. Obviously, that's what I came here for. So I prioritize school, and it is possible to make the balance. I do sometimes can juggle both like well, but it's not that easy.
Do you plan your content like, let's say you give it a certain day and then you shoot all your content to post maybe for the next 2 weeks? Or you like, okay, I'm winging school and then I'm going to shoot content whenever the creative idea comes up? Which one do you actually, let me say, which one do you prioritize first? And also, yeah, how does your week look like?
Well, with my content creation, I don't really have like due dates for anything. So like I post when I can, when like the pressure, the school work is like not as much. And most of the time I'm just filming vlogs, so I'm just filming what I'm doing anyways. So it's not really much. And with the editing, it just comes naturally to me, so it doesn't really take as much time or like as much effort. So I like to first, during the day, I just film what I'm doing, and then, well, that is also gonna be like part of it is gonna be like me studying. I'm also gonna film me studying. So, and then at the end of it all, I just edit and post the next day or that time if I think okay. Around 8, 9, that's when like people engage with my content most. So yeah.
No, that's when the algorithm picks you up.
Yeah,
So you're telling me that most of the people are studying with you around 8 and 9.
Most people are procrastinating and scrolling on social media.
Yeah, what you just justified.
Yeah,
Trying to
procrastination sometimes
justify.
is good.
How is it good?
Do you want us to start this conversation
I don't want
again?
us to go there.
Yes.
No, but guys, I do feel like it's good sometimes. Depends on what you're procrastinating. But don't procrastinate schoolwork, guys. Do it on time, because you submitting on deadline, no, chief, when it's about to hit that 1 minute to 12. Hey, it doesn't usually come with great marks.
So, Ndoni, I have a question for you, right? When you started in your intro, you said that your, should I say, inspiration to start vlogging was because you were surprised at the prices that you were seeing when you first started shopping. But then as you went deeper into your content creation, one would say you started having an impulsive spending thing going for you. So I want to know then, when you started having that series of your life where you were spending crazy, was that part of content creation, or was that also just you trying to navigate your way around, no longer depending on your parents and being an independent student who is now navigating the way around financial intelligence or just financial information? Or was it just to say, yay, na imali? Asibhubhudleni.
That is also like part of just being relatable to fellow students. I know that we all have like those times where we just splurge and waste the allowance, but yeah, it was like also part of like just of the first year experience where like it's the first time you getting like actual money, you know, so it's like what do you do with it, you know? And I decided, let me show people what I do with my money. And honestly, it is stuff that I was gonna like spend my money on. It was never like, oh, okay, this looks very impulsive, let me show people, you know, and make it a funny thing or whatever. It's just, yeah.
So you were very authentic in what you were
Yeah,
doing there.
yeah.
But do you ever I'm losing my train of thought, Chief, but I'm getting it back now. Have you ever lost yourself ne, while you're doing your okay, the first question was, do you also, because I want to follow up on what Maya said, are you that type of students to buy lasagnas and say you are pro course? Because there are students that buy lasagnas and they're like,
Well,
Taking me now, bro.
I mean, last year I would have said, yeah.
so what's different from last year to this year now?
Well, last year I was like more careless in my spending. I was like, I'll just wait for the next month. I'll get more money anyways.
What's the most you spent on groceries last year?
Last year I used to like spend actually it wasn't like the groceries that I was overspending on.
What was it?
I was
Other
I was
things
very wise.
She was
with-
exploring.
yeah,
You're telling me you know Cape Town now, ne?
I was going everywhere. I know all the convenience stores, all the hidden gems. I'm telling you.
What's-
I know like thrift shops.
Hey.
You know, I can spend my money wisely. Ne? It's just that I spend it on a lot of things.
But
My
at least you're
problem is
spending
that-
it on yourself,
Uh-huh.
not on someone, and then they, hey, Chief.
I mean, it's not an entirely bad idea to spend it. On.
It's not what, Chief?
No.
Can you say that again?
I want you to say it out loud.
Loudspeak.
Yeah, out
It's
loud.
not an entirely bad idea to spend it on other people, no?
Is there someone that you're spending it on?
Me, no.
There's no one.
No, they should be
Ah.
spending it on me, if anything.
Is there someone?
Clock
Chief.
that.
Yeah, there is someone. Look at how she doesn't want to say. She wants to say it, but she doesn't want to say
Let them
it.
put you
Now
on
Is
she's
there
the spot.
someone that
politician.
you're spending? Chief.
Ah.
Let it cook. It's a safe space. It's a safe space. Trust me.
It's a
don't
safe
worry.
space, you guys.
Yeah, it's a safe space. You can actually.
So-
Cruel world, though. Cruel world. You know? Do you know the Sjava song that says, Shayama? What's in it? What's in it? What's in it?
You don't know it was
Ah,
Java.
man.
Ozile, right.
Okay, that's
I'm a key
fine.
with time.
But
Yeah.
how do you stay?
Ungazi, bahleleni, gaw.
But
So,
I know, Tina. Here, as I win, we're safe. You know, you're safe with us. Ushayilunga ishayanga.
I wanna-
Ayiphume ekhulumela.
I want to know something, Donis. So, how do you stay consistent in actually your content creation without feeling like you're losing yourself? The question that I was asking, because sometimes you get lost and try to please what the other algorithm is looking for, than to actually express what you really want to talk about, or the real main reason why you started that TikTok account or that Instagram account. So sometimes do you feel that pressure actually to do what algorithm is doing and lose yourself?
the algorithm, no, but like other creators, yes. Like sometimes, like, wow, other people are so consistent and they're so creative and they're getting brands and stuff, and it's like, okay, now I also have to push more and more. But like, and then the thing about comparison is a thief of joy, yes, but also when you're comparing ourselves, we have to like actually compare ourselves, because you cannot compare yourself to someone that does like content creation full time, you know. Obviously they're gonna be like better and like put more time in it, you know. And also just think about if they also like students is like you, what are they studying? Like, just think about everything. If you're gonna compare yourself, you have to think about everything. So really, I'm not too hard on myself when it comes to that. And I do get people that are always like, wow, you're so consistent. I'm not consistent.
You're not consistent,
I'm
you
not.
know.
I'm not.
But do you feel guilty sometimes when you take those breaks?
No.
You don't.
No, because you barely notice. Like, there's so many more creators, anyways. Like, when you're doom scrolling, I mean, yeah, it's good. It would be good for me to be more consistent, but like, it's not a trend smash when Ndoni doesn't post. There's other creators you're gonna watch instead.
But what
you know?
what signs are there that make you say like, yeah, now I have to take a pause. I have to stop a bit.
Well, if I can see that, okay, it's not the same anymore. Like, if it feels like a chore now, or if I'm procrastinating doing the thing, because like sometimes procrastination, really the root of it is fear, because it's like when you look at a task and you just think, oh, it's going to take so much time, it's going to take so much from me, what if it doesn't even come out right? You end up like procrastinating for a later time, because you're like, yo, I don't want to go through that. Like, once I feel that, it's like, you don't really have to, so I can just do something else.
No, it's quite interesting, man, that you're actually doing it when you feel like doing it. It's not like you said, I like what you said. It doesn't feel like a chore. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be, because you already have your schoolwork whereby sometimes you have to feel like, yo, I have to do this. And you can't have something else on the side that you're actually trying to build this. Because I personally find social media as a place of you taking, like, meditating or trying to relax and actually collect yourself, like get lost a bit in the world and come back. Yeah, but just to regroup, man. So if you find it as a space now whereby it's a chore, I think it's very dangerous. That's why some people take it so seriously that even cyberbullying now can be like you can be an easy target of cyberbullying, man, to that point, because you feel like that person, I have to make that person see the person that I see. So also, how do you feel? Have you ever been like criticized on your comments?
Not really. I haven't been. Oh my word!
Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble with Chris.
My phone it's on silent. It's just vibrating. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. So what is the question?
To be honest, I forgot also.
The question was about criticism.
Yeah.
Criticism, yeah.
Criticism. I've never really gotten that much criticism. The last thing I can remember was there one time when I made a video braiding my hair blue, and there were people that did not feel good about that, but like, I already liked it, so it was like,
What do you gotta say? This is me. What do you gotta say?
Yeah, I had it like for a long time anyways, and I liked it. I was rocking it, so didn't matter what people on the internet said.
So, Ndoni, I have a question, right? Seeing as you are big on TikTok, what is your intake, or your take on the fact that TikTok does not pay content creators in South Africa? And also, are you in the YouTube space? If not, do you think you would spread out to go to YouTube and monetize your content? Or are you just good with, well, growing and having PRs and hopefully working with brands? What is your take on, firstly, TikTok not paying, and secondly, would you branch out to YouTube if you haven't done so?
Okay. What I feel about TikTok not paying South Africans, it's very. I very much wish they did. I really am just still waiting for the day. I believe we are gonna get paid, like, eventually.
Freedom Day is
So
coming.
I'm just hoping on that day. And also, oh, okay. Also, I'm sorry. Also, I am on YouTube, but I haven't really like taken it too seriously, like towards like working on being monetized. but I'm gonna try to do that. But also, it's not a train smash really. Right now, I'm just focusing on what's working right now, which is TikTok. As long as I get the engagement and the views, and I have brands that reach out, so that's working. So, yeah.
So what's the one brand that reached out and you were very excited to say, "Oh, finally my big break." What was that brand that gave you that opportunity to say, "This means there's growth"?
The first brand that reached out to me, that's when I felt like that, like hopeful. Oh, okay, they're gonna come now. I'm gonna get brands. Was LensSmart. I'm actually wearing LensSmart glasses right now. Yeah. I'm not promoting. Guys.
Yeah, this is not a promo.
This is not a promo. Yeah. But yeah, LensSmart. I haven't gotten like a big brand, like a promotion thing happening, but like yeah, I'm grateful for the ones that like come in now.
Speaking of train smash, to make sure that your train doesn't smash, guys, make sure that you catch and buy the real type of coffee, the one and only coffee that's filled with natural herbs, organic, and keeps you connected with Mother Nature. So the description is down below. Make sure that you get your own cup of coffee. Today, urumza uchonchi komisham, so I can't show you. But I wish I was drinking it because it makes me calm and grounded, guys. So other than that, do follow them on their social platforms. Also visit their website. Also, if you have a chance, man, go to the store, man. Just give yourself a treat. You will like it.
To keep facts about the tax, or actually it's 15.5. 15.5 VAT. Yeah.
15.5.
Is it not effective from the 1st of May?
It didn't go up.
Yeah,
yet.
on the 1st of May, it's gonna be 15.5.
It didn't go up.
So it's not shooting.
Wait, here it says VAT increase withdrawal. Let me go to this. Just for check.
Yo, this ghost man is not ghost man.
Come on, I'm not a lady, I'm a man. So it's written by Daily Maverick. It says in a media statement issued on its website in the mid of night, the National Treasurer announced the reverse of the controversial VAT increase, which was meant to take effect in a week time, next Thursday, 1st May. A senior finance minister source told Daily Maverick, without a VAT increase, spending cuts are the only game in town, realistically.
Guys,
yeah.
we'll put the paper here.
Yeah,
We'll
that's it.
take a screenshot. I know I'm one of those people that didn't understand, but you will read it for yourself and then you will understand it.
Yeah, you do that.
Students, it pains us to know that 80% of you haven't subscribed to the channel. So we would like to ask you, whether you are a student, a lecturer, or professional working class, please hit the subscribe button down below. And just by that small act, you're going to be helping us to being the biggest student platform in the continent. So can you please subscribe and share the channel to more people, and we promise to give you the most valuable content that you've ever experienced and give you the best guests that you can. Thank you so much. School is so difficult, like the Zambak she tried to open. Students are going, hey, don't advertise. They are not paying, Chief.
Hey, come on.
What if they recognize us?
How? Are they watching the podcast?
The real Makoya.
They're
Never know.
Makoya.
They will
Like
find
us, Unfiltered. #1 student podcast. So, Zambak, if you're watching, Chief, tune in. And bring few reds, Chief. It's going to be worth it. Do you know, guys, I think a few days ago I was going to work. Hey, it was nice. I was going to work on the My City bus because I don't have a car.
Yes, when I boy.
Yeah. Did you understand what I said? Okay.
Yeah.
And then when I got into a station, I got into the bus, yeah, it's fine. And then I got into the bus, it was packed with students, like primary skill students.
Wait.
Learners.
You got into the bus and it was fine, and you go to the bus again.
No,
and they was
Ronzamara,
full
you
of-
can understand what I'm trying to say, man. Don't patronize me.
Patronize.
Don't patronize. So what happened? Yeah, Chief. Ne? So I got into the bus, and then It was packed, man, with learners. And then they were everywhere. You know? And then I went to sit, I went to stand at the back. It was so nice, man. When I was standing there, this child was like, I was like, hey, chief. Do you know, I felt like, I felt good, ne? I felt good for the first thing. I was like, yo, this child, there's still children like this out there that are good-hearted, well taught from home. And then the other thing clicked. It was like, hey, chief, song him dala, man. I look old.
You can't
For this
stand.
child,
He's
for
that
this child
old.
to think I can't stand. I was offended, chief. I was like, this child,
Wait,
so they think I
You
can't
felt
stand.
good and you offended at the same
Chief.
time.
So now, before the episode, the first half, Paul said we don't know his Java song and we are old. And I'm like, is this old thing coming to us?
But that doesn't mean, I don't think us not knowing Sjava's music means we're old. It just means we don't
Pushing
find
30.
him interesting to us. Maybe he's interesting to other people that listen to him, just not us.
If anything, old people like Sjava.
You know, maybe we just don't like
No.
him like that. I mean, but we know a song or two.
But
maybe.
I'm judging though.
Why?
You don't listen to Sjava.
Guys, people who listen to Sjava were probably severely heartbroken and they were trying to
Hey.
maneuver ways around life.
Hey.
Because
She's trying to get cancelled again.
no, no, but like if you listen to the music, I feel like Sjava's music it's nice, but it's also a little bit intense. It needs you to. It's like food for the soul. I don't know.
What does it say about you, Ndoni?
Her soul
I
is
mean, you
fed,
listen
guys.
to Sjava.
It's Java. I breathe Java. Okay.
Okay.
Breathe.
I breathe.
But
Through
also
heart
whom
That
breathe.
means you
Live,
are trying
laugh,
to
love
cover
Java.
up the bruises.
Through
That's
heart-
what you basically said.
No. Java is not only for the heartbroken, okay?
But
It's
I'm not
for-
saying only for the heartbroken, guys. Don't
He
miss
So you're
him.
saying-
inspires. he
Yeah, you see, I'm saying
inspires.
he's a depth kind of music guy. You don't just listen to his Java. You have to be well rooted in yourself to be listening to. You don't just
I mean, the
wake
beats
up and
be
be like,
fire though.
okay.
Like, there's this one. It's very sad. But when I listen to it, I'm just there like La Futela Zelape.
Oh.
You know?
La Futela
Like
Zelape.
it's the saddest song ever.
Would you
Ikhandlela.
collaborate
You
with-
see, I know
No,
the
Would you
song.
collaborate
Umthanda
with
nje.
Sjava?
Well, if I knew how to sing,
No, like in terms of content creation, man.
I'd love to.
Nah.
Yeah.
Sjava, if you're watching, chief.
Sjava, the
Mntana
baby.
sekhaya lo. Yeah, wali ekhaya kanongoma. Oh, kekela keke.
Hey, boo.
So then,
Wanongoma.
manje,
Uphuma
Wanongoma.
phi?
Ngiphuma umthalo ngokwaqolo.
Thala kwaxolo.
Oh, lo.
Chris.
Don't classify it.
No, I'm trying to
I'm putting
represent.
you on. I'm putting you on now,
Uzenenye.
guys.
I'm trying to represent. Yeah.
Nongoma is not the only farm there is in KZN.
And I hear, but
Kukhona no Porchester.
Nongoma is very
That's
dangerous.
not a farm.
But like,
That's a town.
Is
And it's very close to like my farms, which is
But-
Mthwalo Maqolo.
so Yabona, it could be a farm if it wanted to.
guys,
Oh,
is
Nongoma,
Nongoma that dangerous as they say it is?
Who says it's dangerous?
In terms of like witchcraft, they say Nongoma doesn't play,
I mean, like I don't stay there, so.
but
like,
you guys are neighbors.
no.
Isn't it like?
How
You,
do
but if somewhere like okay, for instance, I'm from Pumalanga, ne? I know would see a spy pinar they don't play with crime. I know in commerce they don't play with lightning. I know like there are places that you know Powertone they don't play with alcohol, they drink. So I'm thinking you and you're well vested and you have enough knowledge and
It's actually very far apart. It's very far apart. Like, the only time I've ever went to Kwanongoma was for like my aunt's.
you've went there.
Yeah,
I
Batum.
have. I have for a wedding. Yeah, for a
Nami ngifuna
wedding.
ukwazi manje ukuthi bakwenzeni kwanongoma.
Alright guys. Okay, let's go back to the episode.
Well, I've heard stories too, but it's always just
So you just-
misconception stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
like
they
not
are
lying,
stories.
chief.
no, I've heard like stories, like very silly stories, like how the cows they eat putu. What? No, no cow eats putu. You know?
But it doesn't make sense, man. Okay. Do you know actually you don't even look Zulu? It's something I said before the episode. She doesn't look Zulu, chief. But I can say it. I can say in the sense of seeing that calmness side of you, that yebo baba side of you.
Yo.
I don't have
What do
the
you-
You
yebo
don't have
baba.
that yebo baba side.
For what?
Umzulu
Not
carries that
Not every Zulu had that.
through the high chief.
Stop that.
So you're stereotyping everything.
Guys, come on. It's like a Zulu trademark.
Uh-uh.
Yebo baba.
If I was a yebo baba, I'd have to be a mama first, no?
Yes.
And
Guys,
I'm just a young
think-
girl. I'm just a girl.
I don't think
you
this
know?
is the episode for it, guys, but trust me, guys. A wife is a wife before she becomes a wife. You can understand your context in your own way, but I feel like a wife is a wife before she becomes a wife. So yeah, guys, going back to that.
Angifuni ukukhuluma, angifuni ukukhanselwa, maka yeah, whatever you
No,
say.
you can
sir.
defend me,
That does
Chief.
not make sense.
Guys,
It does
come
not make
on.
sense to me
It does
too.
not.
Guys,
make
if you
sense.
read your Bibles like that, it would make sense.
Okay,
You would
okay.
understand it like that.
I
because-
get what
alright.
you're
Yeah.
saying.
But like I'm being honest, guys, you can't tell me that you can't tell me that you trying to train or you're training as I'm not. I know this is a very odd example, but don't chase me for this example. You can't tell me that you're training to be the best player in the world for soccer, but you're playing basketball. Can't be.
That's what I'm saying. Because the best concept is in the Bible. That's why I just referred to the Bible
Thank
to
you.
just
For the first time, you actually on my side.
Ndoni.
Okay.
Going back to you, my babe.
Okay, I get what he's saying, and now I agree with what he's saying.
Yes.
But also, like, you don't become a wife. You don't become a wife like someone falls in love with you regardless, and they decide I'm gonna marry you. No.
No, but okay, guys, do you date to be to for fun or do you date intentionally?
And be honest.
Like that's a good question. Do you date with intentions? Because I feel like if you're dating someone, you have to see beyond the length of you putting a ring on them.
Are you gonna have to start to answer that question?
No, I've actually.
Or
do
you asking the viewers, or you asking us?
I think it should be a question that should be a self introspection kind of question. I'm saying this because I've done that to myself.
Okay.
I do have my flaws to admit, but I feel like understanding that context, man, it's really fundamental so much as a person because you get lost, Chief. The soul gets wandering there. Gakumalo, kube wena so was one. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense. She has a lot of questions. I can see it from her
Are
face.
you?
I mean, I
You're
don't know.
free to ask.
I just don't agree. I still
Okay.
don't. Like,
Okay.
even regardless of whether you're dating to marry or not, like, you don't come into a relationship to show someone, yeah, I can be a wife.
So
Is
what are you coming for?
You can
Just
like.
having fun.
No, that's
What
not
are
what
you
I'm
doing in
saying.
a
I'm
relationship?
Now we wanna
saying,
understand you.
regardless of whether you're dating to marry or just dating, you don't just show a person that you can be their wife. No, don't you like get to know them and they get to know you for you, not like what you can do for them. Like once you attach the wife, like being a wife, isn't there like
You
a
will start
quality,
auditioning.
a quality for them to see? Like, yeah.
Can I ask you
auditioning.
something? Let's say you're going out for a date, ne? And then the bill comes. Your expectations, who's supposed to pay the
The one who asked for that date to happen.
What about no? I don't want you to give me PR answers, guys. Give
That's
me
not
like
PR. That
Who-
is not
guy.
PR.
who's going
The
to pay
guy.
for the date?
The guy.
You see, already from the already roles designed, guys. God is smart. God designed a female and a male for a purpose. He gave them different reasons, guys, for a purpose. So we can't say we moving away, shying away from saying that, yeah, we can't come in with such things. Those expectations are already there, even if you can ignore them or shy away from them. But it's something that you at the end of the day, you're going to end up meeting them.
Can I please be rude?
Okay, don't. Hey, don't you?
Please.
No.
I'm gonna be very rude and I'm gonna go back
Really?
to.
Now let's let her.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this whole conversation and I'm gonna go back to, I believe, the purpose of the day, right?
It's about digital.
No,
creation.
yes, and also just, we're sitting here and we're putting all these
Ideas.
things all over the place, and at the back of my mind, I'm the viewer behind the screen, and I'm asking, but I never got to find out what Ndoni does at university. I keep hearing she's studying, she's juggling content creation, but I don't know what is she studying. How is she finding schoolwork before? I don't know. So before we find out if she dates to marry or if she's auditioning to be somebody's wife, let's first find out if she's auditioning to be a summa cum laude graduate, maybe. So what course are you doing, Ndoni? I think a lot of people would want to know that.
Doing a bachelor in electrical engineering.
Oh, smart girl.
Wow.
ISCOM.
Let's go.
This is a great thing, man. But
Yeah,
how
okay.
are you holding up with your studies? Is it that moment? Are you doing third year or second year?
I'm doing my second year.
You're doing your second year? Last year was your first year?
Yeah.
Yo, Chief. No, you're telling the truth. Hi, Chief. I can see it now. I can see what you're
What
talking
is-
about.
Hence was shocked with the prices of groceries and stuff.
Nah.
It
No, man. Where do you
explains a
come
lot.
from? KwaZulu Natal. You said it. So I wanted to see, you could see, why did she pick up shock? This is Cape Town, by the way. Everything here is inflation. Chief. No, this is another different world. But I just wanna know something. Are you that kind of student also? Regarding your track record and perfection on your content. Are you also the one that's very goal orientated, Chief? Hey. Are you also very goal orientated to that point? Could see you're looking for straight A's, or are you just winging it at school? And you're like, when it comes, I write.
Winging
There
it.
are some people that winging academics.
How do you wing in that course?
I cannot afford to just wing it. I'm very focused, like with passing. I wouldn't say like I push myself to like, oh, get A's, you know? Like
You're not
I
fighting for
can't
cum
say I can't say like, oh, as long as I pass either.
Mm.
But like I have to do well, but also I do not have to like push myself to like an extent that is gonna cost me to even end up doing less. you
But
know?
were you like that smart student also in high school?
In high school, yes. I was
Oh, my
in
top
high
10.
school, yeah, yeah.
What happened when you got your
Yeah.
don't
Well,
seem confident anymore?
this year, not that I'm not confident. I'm very much capable of like what I can do.
Very aware of
Not that
capabilities.
I have been like living up to that. I very much am planning on it. Like academic comeback, yes,
Yeah.
it's coming.
And distinctions are coming and they do visit your room.
Yeah.
And you SOS.
I mean, like
No, once in a while.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
Yeah, man.
But
But like, yeah, once you come to university, like at first it starts off as like revision. So you get cocky, you're like, I know this. Like
I've
I
done
was
this.
I was getting A's in physics, so I know this, until you get to the paper, it's like, well, remember you got those A's because you studied, So yeah, you really have to still put your best foot forward.
But why do you choose like electrical engineering?
I was already doing it in high school. I
How?
was
How were you
I was
doing
in a
Technical
technical high school.
Oh, so dala vele dlala ngogesi.
Yeah, well, I was doing electronics, but like yes, pretty much.
It's crazy that I saw a video of you. You were trying to put that LED lights under the kitchen thing. Yeah, hey, that didn't look like.
Well, that wasn't like a technician type of job. It was I was out of tape.
Because it failed, Chief.
Does anyone have tape here, guys?
We do have tape,
Like,
don't worry.
oh,
Don't worry, I do have tape.
thank you.
Because it seemed like, hey, the electricity poles are going to fall on us. That thing just fell, and I'm like, yo.
It was tape, guys. You can trust me.
Okay, hey. No, the
And then, oh, sorry, did you want to go? Okay. I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but then this is also, I believe, a fun fact about you. You'll tell me if I'm wrong. But Ndoni is a baker, guys. She bakes cakes. So how are you finding that business? How is that business going for you? Like, is
It's
it
a
still
business-
thriving? Can we still can we
Um,
still come and order the cakes or
I'm gonna have to disappoint you and say no. I quit.
okay.
You
You
quit.
quit.
Yeah.
I
Why?
wanted
Why?
to come
Why did
order
you quit?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, yeah, it was just getting too much, you know, and yeah, one day, in the midst of it all, like just too much going on, I got this email as well saying from the building saying I'm using too much electricity. So I was like,
No, we all got
okay,
it.
you know what?
We all.
No, not
I found out
everybody.
later, like
Chief,
I
we
found
all
out when
got
it was
it.
too
No, not
late that
everybody.
everyone got it. You didn't
You
get
didn't
it?
get it.
No.
I think you were excluded from the
Two
emails.
of my mates got it, and me and the other one didn't get
You
it.
can't
I
tell me
also
that you were
didn't
in the
get
same
it.
floor.
I
And
promise we are in the same unit, and only the ones in the beginning and in the end
Which is-
got it, and the ones
which
in
is
the
n-
middle
How could
didn't.
they
But
know
that
that you
does
don't?
they
not.
don't have your
That does
email.
not make
They have my
sense.
email because every time they want me to review a cleaner, I
They are
get the
scared of
email.
you. They're scared of you. I'm also scared of her now.
They didn't.
She reprimanded me.
I
Now
didn't
I'm-
get it as well. I believe that my
I-
mates
How is
did
that
not
even
get it.
possible?
I don't know,
My
but
mates did not get it as well.
Guys,
yeah,
it
not
can't be that,
everybody.
people
Honestly,
didn't different-
Don't they count
honestly.
you like as a whole?
They
That's
count
what
you
we,
as one
that's
unit.
what we thought, but clearly they didn't. And to a point where we started thinking maybe the other ones sleep with the lights on,
Do you
and
put
maybe we.
do you put an
Do
intake
they
on your
sleep with
stove?
the lights on?
No.
But because you're still using it when you're cooking on your stove. So you can't tell me that you didn't get it. They don't inspect.
Guys, I didn't get it.
individually.
Okay, go with what makes you sleep at night. I didn't get it.
Look at you
That's
bragging.
it.
You also wasting electricity. Yeah. You're also wasting electricity.
I'm not wasting electricity. guys.
So I also wanted to know in that time where you had the business, how were you juggling then content creation, school, and the business, because it was thriving at a certain point.
Yeah, that time, yeah, it was too much.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell you that I do take pauses sometimes. That also, like, I did not like was like, oh, okay, it's too much now. Okay, I'll stop. You know, but it was like just continuing, like just accumulating that. Oh, I have to make this cake, and I have to cook for myself. Like at some point, I was just eating noodles because I was like, okay, now I can't have spend too much time in the kitchen, and I still have to post this, and I have to like do schoolwork. So yeah,
Just that it's content creation.
Yeah,
Do you think the business was a well calculated move for you?
no, it was not because when I started the baking, it was more of like, oh, I can bake. Let me do this. Like it was just for fun, but also there was money involved, so I can't, you know. afford to
Everything
Why
that
didn't you
has
make
money.
it the primary motivation?
Why did I not?
Because it's like a side hustle. I feel like as a student, you should be doing something on the side. Yeah.
Well, content is the side hustle. That's like what I came to realize that I'm doing content, so the more I focus on that, it's they're gonna.
Final question, man. I want to know do you think you're taken seriously as a content creator?
Taken seriously like by people, like
It can be
brands.
on different views, according to you.
I really don't know how to tell.
Like,
you.
okay, you can say, do you think you're taken seriously by, as a content creator, by your viewers, the people around you also? Yeah, like, let's say the people around you and your family members.
Yeah, I think so. Cause like even my brothers like always tell me that I always brag about you that you do content, doing and you post like fire stuff. Yeah, and yeah, I think people do take me seriously with my content creation, and that is what like keeps me going. Yeah.
Someone saying, I love your content every week. But that's it from us, guys. The Student Podcast and our very own brand ambassador for the Student Podcast, the one and only Ndoni. Ndoni. I'll get it along the way, guys. But
Practice.
thank you so much for tuning in to the Number of Student Podcast. Please do subscribe, comment, and like our content, and also subscribe and like and follow us on all our social platforms. It's from me to you guys. Aisha Billy. Adios, amigos. Tell nabongkhulu nabokhokho ukuthi basubscribe na. Bonke bagini. Nabakanongoma. NaseKZN. I was saying, do you know like being a wife, ne?
Bazokushaya.